Take me through your evolution as a creator. I've seen a lot of different content styles come out of you until you found one that really resonated.
Okay, wow. So like you're like probably the first podcast I've ever spoken on MD Motivator. So I have to like think about it. So I guess it first started with being I was formerly like a college dropout. So by getting over like I think it was a 90 something percentile, don't know the exact number, but doing really well in the MCAT,
Yes.
I knew that that was like my relatability feature. So I wanted to share content about what it was like as a college dropout, steps I've learned, and how to really excel in the MCAT because I studied for that thing too long for something that I feel like the more money, whether it's Kaplan or exam crackers, they throwing money at it doesn't solve the problem. I think you just need to know the right tools and the right, like, I guess, mindset of taking a lot of tests, doing a lot of practice questions, Anki or Anki or however you say it, the flashcards. So I wanted to just incorporate. I felt like with my story. So that was when I first started sharing my story, and I wanted to help students in that situation. Then when I got to med school, I still was helping students with the MCAT, and then is when I started getting, I guess, into my mental health, like I guess
Phase.
era, and depressed, and I just wanted people. I wanted to find someone who related. So then it was about relatability with being not the greatest student. Then it was relatability with what I was going through from a mental health standpoint, and that was like me being on the other end, hoping that someone higher up or that's gone through it could relate. And then we created a company called the Mental Health Movement. So I don't know if you know Dr. Jay Goodman. He's a psychiatric resident at the University of Miami. We created a company that was podcast, philanthropic. We gave away thousands of dollars to high schools and college students. We had a clothing line. We did a drop with Puma. And that was like the coolest thing. And then we had a Zoom where we do once a week on Sundays where we would connect with like everyone in the community. And like I felt like that was the coolest thing ever. So by creating that company and that vulnerable thing of kindness and connecting and mental health, I fell in love with him. Like then I wanted to dive into like how do I make people feel more connected? So it went from I'd say MCAT to mental health to connection. And then when I flipped it to the connection and like kindness at a time when we all really lacked it during COVID and the pandemic, that's when like it really like took off because that was a way broader scope.
Yes.
Everyone could relate. Everyone wanted to feel good. Everyone wanted to connect. And it made me feel what I needed to feel myself as. That was like my therapy. That made me feel better.